Hey everybody, this is Lamont Ellis, the acquisition manager. Today I have a special video for you. This video is a referral property that a agent referred to me. When I'm working, I really try to network with other people. Try to be a service, not just use, but be a service to people. This was a lead that a agent had. The agent I actually called on, I was calling them just to ask a couple questions. Hey, asking a couple questions like, hey, I see you're in the market. You're very active. This is what I'm looking for. He gave me a referral. Excuse me, guys. He gave me a referral. He was like, hey, I know somebody that's interested in doing what you're offering. I can throw you the referral. Cool. So this is the situation. This is a 6-unit plex property, a multifamily. So they have, for those who don't understand what I'm saying, is there's 2 bedrooms, there's 1 bedrooms, there's 4 bedrooms. It's like a total of units, if that makes sense. So a lot of these people, they rent out the units, they rent out rooms. You can do different situations. The sober home living, you can do all type of things with these situations. So this is our breakdown of what this actual property. So we have it at okay, so we have it at 1.4. So okay, so we have it at 1.4 purchase price. This is a seller finance stack situation. So in a simple way of explaining it is, we're asking the homeowner to finance the property to us. So they're going to become the bank. Then we're going to turn around and get a DCA loan, a debt service coverage ratio loan, to finance the rest of the property, to finance the down payment. So once we do that, we basically coming into this deal, we're not spending any money, basically. And all these alarms going off. So we're not spending any money coming into this deal. Now, that's the wonderful thing. Now we do have to spend money on transaction fees, closing costs, or setting up LLCs, things of that nature to protect yourself as a business owner. But the debt service coverage ratio, this is the blue part. This is the this is the blue part, the debt service coverage ratio loan. Here's the bridge, which is going to cover. Here's the this is the down payment, and then this is the total amount of financing that we have. So as you can see there right there, total financing should be at least 110 of purchase price. If this is below 110, adjust firm. So we can adjust it right there. Let's see. Oh, they said above. Okay, above. And there's below. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at 120. Once you come over right here, here's more of the categories we can pick from. Again, shout out to Steven. This is a wonderful opportunity. I look at opportunities and say, how can I utilize this to my advantage? So they have a rehab. They have a So here's our rehab of $80,000. We can change this rehab because we really don't know the rehab. I might have to go back and ask the agent to verify. Um, when you come across situations, so this is one of the things that they do. So this was the agent that I was speaking to. So they give you a screenshot of a profit and loss, an income and expense sheet. Here's the actual rent rolls. So when you look at the rent rolls, it's like the total of units, how much they're actually making per unit. And then here's the OM report. I always have a hard time saying the actual word. It's something memorandum. It's difficult to explain. I mean, it's difficult to say. But here's the OM report. So when you look through the OM report, it's basically like a professional finance document that explains about the property. It explains about the bedrooms, bathrooms, the metro market, everything that you'll need. They might even have rehab costs in here. So here's the rent rolls. Here's the overview of what the actual income is, pricing, cap rate. So they listed it at an 8.3 cap rate. For those who don't know what I mean by cap rate, I'm going to explain it, how I interpreted it and how I confirmed with people. And I like to talk from how I speak because it makes it easier. I hate talking differently. To me, and what I understand, the cap rate is the thing that tells the investor how much money he's making. It shows him a reflection of how much. So for instance, this is an 8 cap, so he'll be making a 8% increase on his money. That's, in a simple way, that's what that means. There's a professional way how they explain it, but I don't like explaining it like that because it's too confusing, it's too proper. That's not how I talk. But here's the cash flow. The net operating income. The net operating income is how much income you will make after expenses is paid. So after expenses, this is what he should be left with. And this is annual. So here's the population. Again, they basically provide everything so you have the research available for you. A lot of people that move like this, of course you still got to do your own research, do your own due diligence. So I'm coming in as a wholesaler. So what that means is all I need to know is the information to put the deal together. I'm not physically owning this property. I'm buying the property, but I'm not owning it. What does that mean? As a wholesaler, we transfer contracts. Most people don't know, but almost every contract is assignable unless it says this is not assignable. So I'm not an attorney. I need to make sure I specify that. But this is what I was always told in the real estate space. It can be assignable. When I speak to attorneys about it, they mainly just say, hey, put this in there as a clause to make sure you're able to do what you want to do. Sometimes it works as far as asking for, hey, can we get this in there? And sometimes it makes people feel unease because they know that you are thinking about assigning the contract. You're not legally purchasing it. What I understand about that, what I've interpreted, it's people that's just, they hating, bro. They let's call it what it is. They hate. If we going on this legal agreement together, and there's legally I can't back out the way that most people would just run away. There, when you go through a contract, there's legal specific things that you have to do. There's documents that you have to transfer back. It's a process. I like to say it like this. It's a legal process. So if my name was on here, which it's not, but if my name is going on this and I sign the agreement, we have to sign another agreement to close out this agreement, to close out the existing agreement. And whatever the actual rules in the contract says, I have to follow those rules. So it's not just a cookie cut, oh, do this. No, it's certain. This is why it's important to do your homework, do your research. I have attorneys on standby. I have people on standby. Again, because, when you've been doing this for so long, you've been bumping your head, you realize, hey, you really need this stuff so you don't get into hot water. You don't get into something you don't need to get into. So it's really just following the rules and moving correctly. Um, so this is pretty much it with the OM report. So the next thing we're going to do is, I shouldn't have closed it out. Let's pull this address up again. The next thing I'm going to do, we're going to start filling out this information. We want to send a LOI to the agent. It didn't copy. Give me a sec. So that's what we're about to do. We're about to send a LOI to the agent. See what he thinks. So in this process, so for those who don't understand, I want to explain it simple so you guys can understand. I'm on the acquisition side. There's an acquisition side and a disposition side. Hold on. Okay. Okay, like I was saying, I'm on the acquisition side. There's an acquisition side and a disposition side. The acquisition side is the person that will be physically talking to the listing agents, talking to homeowners. I'm on the buying side. There's a disposition side. The disposition side is the person dispoing the lead, selling the property. So, in a simple way of how we do it, we purchase the property low and sell it high. Why does that matter? How is that possible? That's what you might be asking. So with seller financing, which I skimmed over this, I skimmed over it because I'm doing multiple things at once. So, and theoretically, and I kind of talked about it earlier. So this, with this specific model, this is a bad, this would be too complicated to for you guys to understand, but I'm gonna break it down as easy as possible for you guys. The reason why I say this is not the best example because it would be difficult for you to understand versus an easier calculator. But I mentioned it earlier, the buyer is walking into this without spending any money at all because he's getting an actual loan to purchase the property. He's getting a loan from the homeowner and from the bank to purchase the property. So therefore, he doesn't have to come in with anything. All he got to do is put, 10% down of whatever the actual loan is, 40% down, whatever the debt service coverage ratio loan is. That's what he got to put down. That's $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and he just purchased a $1.4 million property. This is real estate. The reason why I say this is a bad example because you're not going to be able to understand exactly what these numbers are telling you. And I have to explain it the best way as possible. And the issue is it's too complicated to explain. And I would rather show you. Let me pull up this one. I'm going to pull up this one. I'll leave that right there. So this is a good example of what I'm saying. So this property, the actual purchase price of this property is $465,000. The actual buyer is walking into this property for $87,000. That's how much he's purchasing it for. As you can see, that's a huge discount. So seller financing, this is seller financing. It's about terms. Again, you purchase it low and sell it high. So we purchased it low for $87,000. We're going to attach our fee on there. This is my fee. The $80,000. This is my partner. And this is what he get. So you subtract that. That's what I make. So what that means is we're flipping properties. We're flipping product. We're flipping it. This particular property, the homeowner would make $470 per month. That's not including the down payment, which is right here. So theoretically, the homeowner would get $70,000, including a monthly payment of $470. This is how much the buyer would make if he purchased it. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there's a game called the Cash Flow game. Get Out of the Rat Race by Robert Kiyosaki. I always mispronounce his last name, but Robert. The game is called Cash Flow, and is really it. The game helps you escape life. That's how I always remember the game. It has taxes in it. Basically, the moves that you will make in real life. Excuse me, reverse that. The moves that you will make in the game, you can make in real life. And the one thing about this game that it has taught me is cash flow is really financial freedom. If you have cash flow, you have income coming in, revenue, not just a job, not just two jobs, not relying on a partner or anybody else. You relying on your investments, the things that you actually made, the decisions that you actually made. Some people might do stock trading. I do a lot of day trading. So those who rely on different revenue streams, they have a better chance of being financially free because they're not relying on one income stream. It makes it a lot easier for those who have the dreams that they actually want. So this buyer would make $598 per month. As you can see, it's in the 8%. So realistically, this is a sellable deal, by the way. This is a sellable deal. The issue is the cash flow, the cash on cash return is not strong enough. The cash flow is there, but it's not strong enough. So this would make it strong enough. This number right here, this is not how you do it. I'm just showing you. You can't just go and change the numbers. You have to do your research. You watch my videos, you'll see what I mean by research. You have to see what other rents are selling for. This is just me explaining exactly how this can go up. Now, you see how much that jumped up to? This is how much cash flow we have now. We have $2,198. 30% cash on cash return. Meaning he's making 30% on his money. He's making 30% on how much money he spent to purchase this property. So what that means is for this particular property, if it was cash flowing like that, that's a gold mine. Since it's cash flowing like this, people out there, it just depends on the person's level of education. So why would somebody purchase this deal? And I know it's getting long. I'm about to get done with this part. But the reason why somebody would purchase something like this is because for those who got $100,000 sitting around, or those who have Ralph accounts, they have assets that they not utilizing. They may be able to get a loan. Again, we're talking about stacks, so they may be able to get a loan to purchase this. I know it's like, why would I get a loan on top of a loan? We just showed you with this the seller carry why you would get one, because it gives you more buying power when it comes to the down payment. Like for right here, we're only able to go up about 10-15%. See, look what it says. Try to stay underneath the 15%. So we can't go no farther. And the issue with most homeowners and most agents, they want the most for the property. We trying to get it for the cheapest for the property. So that's why stacking another mortgage or stacking something on top of it may be beneficial. It just depends on how you think. But yeah, that's the situation with this. We're gonna move off that. We're gonna put this in. Sorry, you guys. I know I got on a tangent. So nobody has this property. That's a good thing. So we're not competing with any other people in this group. So this is the automated LOI generator. through Steven. His company Instant Hotels, again, we're acquisition managers for different companies. I work for several different companies. The reason why you want to work for different companies or partner with other different companies, because different companies have different things that you may not know, you may not be utilizing, and it makes it very easy, honestly, for you to scale and level up faster. Like, perfect example, before I started using Steven's system, um, I was limited. I wasn't a one trick pony, but I was limited. You know, my offers that I was giving was cash offers, of course, wholesale cash offers, um, seller financing. I did sub two, but I stayed away from it because with sub two, there's a legal point there that you have to be mindful and you have to be on point about. So with this though, with the seller stack situation, the seller finance stack situation, it allows you to make a hybrid off of seller finance. Now I have several different things I can offer. So it makes it more attractive to get the money that you're actually trying to get, because now you can do what you're trying to get. So that's the number, that's the email. So again, the LOI generator, let's fill this out. I know I'm talking a lot. So is this listed? Sorry, agent's name. Let's come right here. Let's close. Let's here. Get a homie. It'd be funny when people talk to me because it's like they have this perception of me, and then when they find out I'm in real estate, they're like, "Oh shit!" It's funny. That's last name. Email. And then his phone number. Okay, I was about to say, let me check. I'm gonna check because I know I was DMing him, but I don't remember exactly if this is the office number or his mobile set. I'm gonna put my son on the bus at 8:20, so this video I'm gonna have to cut it short. Pause it. I go if it's because I really try to wake up early now. So my schedule, it changes based off my mood, and lately I've been waking up very early, getting the day started, which I like that. There's no problem with that. My moods change on the world I'm in. It just depends on the reality of what's going on. 798. Yep, perfect. Same number. I just had to make sure. Okay, property address. Let's see if we can do it like this. Oh, they won't let us, because I know if we paste it, it won't be the address. It'll be their phone number, I think. Yep. I gotta go back. Let's see if it says. I can copy it here. I know. Let's do this. Let's see if it comes up. Perfect. It did. Shout out to Minnesota. Dang, I was gonna put the phone number and I just. Then I think it's a 6 unit. I could be wrong. That's why I need to double check. Do the Googles. Excuse me, guys. I like to play a lot. It's fun. Yep, 6 unit. 6 unit. All right. Let's close that out. bring this over here. I had to double check. We ain't say nothing about a balloon payment, so I'm not gonna mention it until they say something. So in the real estate space, we look at things a lot. Well, I can't say we, but a lot of people look at things strategically. What makes the best sense at the right time? It's more of a strategic thinking. It's actually fun. Emmersize was, they call it a amp or emerization. What is it emerized over? I think it was 30. Yep, 30. Have to make sure. I'm double checking my work before I put anything in there because you don't want to rush it, but at the same time you want to get it done. I had I had some trouble yesterday. I got signed out of my Gmail account and it started driving me crazy. Yep, 30. I had to make sure. But I got signed out of my Gmail account and it was driving me crazy because it was like everything was connected, but it was acting weird. And I was like, what is going on? Seller equity finance agreement. How much money will the seller agree to carry towards? $840. I'm just looking and making sure my analysis is right. Then we're not going to give them a balloon until they say something. I gotta remove this and remove this. Okay, it's almost time for me to get dressed. Get my son dressed. Does this property need stabilized? Damn. Excuse me, guys. I don't remember having that conversation. I'm assuming it is. I hate assuming because it makes it very easy. Yep. The reason why I say, because look. So that right there, that's a confirmation that there is people present in there. Oh, I gotta go back. Does this property need stabilized? No. Principal or monthly payments principal only. What is it? I don't remember. This is why I say it's important that do your Googles. I think we didn't give them an interest rate. Maybe we did. Okay, we didn't give the seller an interest rate, but this is, so I'm gonna put no interest. Principal only. Let me make sure. I'm trying to make sure everything's right. Okay. Monthly payment it's $816. To the amount the seller will receive each month. Okay, got it. I gotta find it again. Come over here. Where's she at? Where's she at? Monthly payments to seller. 2,000 to 2,333. That 33. Then how long do we want it to be valid? Let's give them a week. Let's let them sit for a week. Even though, so I know some people that they make, so when it comes to, let me explain what I'm talking about. So this is a technique. I know I'm running out of time. I gotta hurry up. So this is a technique, where a lot of individuals, they will give it a 30-day LOI, sometimes a day LOI, sometimes 2-day LOIs. I give it a 7-day LOI. Efficiency, if you get any more offers. See, it has been sent. We're gonna pause this really quick. Okay. So we're back. It's been sent to my email. So we're going to switch over from this email to this one. Yes, I have different emails. I have a not for total of that you just seen. I have another one. Not logged. Excuse me, it's not logged into. So I have it right here. Here's the LOI. And mine again. We can look at it. Here's the LOI. He may have a problem with that, but man, he get his ass on. Excuse me. So the reason why I made that statement, because the issue is sometimes they try to fight for interest. They try to fight for a balloon payment. So let me explain the situation to you guys. So it's a process. It's steps involved. So the first step is to find the lead. However you find the lead, if referral, find the lead. The second step, underwrite the property. Underwrite the property, do your analysis. Once you do your analysis, the third step, you put an offer in. The fourth step is negotiations. Once negotiations happen, then from there, either we continue with the offer that we presented, or we go back and regroup and figure something else out. And then from there, it's under contract, and then from under contract, it's inspection period and looking for a buyer. Remember, we're wholesalers, so looking for a buyer. Sometimes they may already have a buyer in place, and then from there, getting the buyer, having the buyer go through everything, and then from there, it's more of title and then payday. So we're going to say finish, download. We're going to give him a proof of funds. And we're going to put this property in our CRM. Let me make sure that I want to make sure it came up correctly because I didn't look at it. Okay, perfect. It did. I wanted to make sure you always double check. Again, you try to be professional when you're dealing with professionals. because they take it like that. So you need to take it. It's appropriate as well. So what am I looking for? Here we go. Proof of funds. We're going to double check to make sure this is the exact one from his company, not another organization. Yep, from another organization. So we're going to remove that because you see, like I said, I'm constantly doing this. So the biggest issue is you want to make sure everything is done correctly. This may be it. Let's see. Like I said, my goal, I manifested, my goal was to be around millionaires. As you can see, that's what I'm around. Yep, here's a million value proof of fund. This is called a proof of funds letter, a POF. Sometimes these documents can be bank statements, as you just saw. And then sometimes they can be letter of intents. Well, excuse me, letter documents that verify the money is valid, or sometimes it can be a document from a specific lender saying, hey, the proof is here. Like this one is the document from a lender saying, hey, immediate available of funds. They're able to loan on $1 million. So as you can see, the funds are there that they're able to receive. So this is how that goes. Before I send that, I want to make a little email that lets him know. I like to keep everything professional. The reason why I do that because it leaves a reminder in their mindset of who they're dealing with. To me, how I treat people, it's a reflection of me, and to me, it works. It helps me as a wholesaler, as an acquisition man. It helps me as a real estate guy. People love those impressions, especially if you kind, you're nice. It comes back to you. It always comes back to me. It's interesting because people take time out their day to give me a call and be like, hey, I just wanted to check up on you. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? You okay? Haven't heard from you. Or sometimes it's more of a favor for a favor. Hey, I got this. If you know anybody, it's that. And then sometimes it's like, hey, do you have anybody that's looking for, and it's like that. And then we start talking a little bit. I know a couple of them told me, well, a lot of them, but a couple of them told me, hey, just continue to follow up with me. I'd definitely be interested in whatever you're doing. Okay, I need you to create a email. This is for a letter of intent. Just say, hey, good morning. Here's an attached letter of intent and proof of funds at the bottom. If this offer makes sense for you guys, I would like to move forward. Let me know what you think. So we got that attached. We got that done. Let's exit out of this. Let's close this. So guys, with you guys, technically I'm a independent contractor. I work for several different companies earlier. Each company does something a little bit different. Company is not the same. Some companies you may be playing with commercial properties. Like right now, that's what this company they you play with commercial properties. It was different from any other company I've worked with, and they came professional, suited. I like how the organization is ran. It's simple. It's very simple. It makes the process simple. Like I said in my previous videos, when I first started, none of these things existed. It was word of mouth. People didn't, let's say wholesaling wasn't spoken about as much as it is now. Now you can Google what wholesaling is and you can get a bunch of information. Back then, wholesaling, it was a fad. Nobody really talked about it until more people started pushing it. So we sent that to him. I think we have another property. I'm gonna bookmark that thing. Let's do this. Okay, it is bookmarked. Perfect. And what's this? Okay, this is just an email. Okay, that's not for me. I'm essentially looking for important one of my emails. They've been disconnected. Oh, I got this right here. I'm glad it does that because I would have thought it's still going. I gotta this is an email campaign that I have running. Let's log in. I have a lot of things running and a lot of things. So one of the things I try to tell you guys, the systems are important. Having systems in place, especially when you're doing this, it makes the job like day and night. Like there, I'm gonna just say this. Over this year, I've been implementing systems and putting stuff together, and my life has been very easy. Less grind, more strategic thinking, more leveraging money, making more money. It's more or less like again, like I said in the recruiting video, we playing with the big dogs. We making moves like the big dogs make. These are decisions that the big dogs make. They leveraging what they have. I think this one is it. I'm gonna double check because I don't remember. Okay, yeah, it is the same. Yep. Okay, so we're going to preview just to make sure. It's exactly what I think it is, but I want to preview just to make sure. So this is one of my emails. My emails that's going to be coming out. Here's the address right there, price point. So I start off low with the down payment because I know most people want to negotiate. So what I do is you start low and then you go up a little higher. This just explains the offer that we're trying to put together. Hey, seller financing in first position, and then private funds in second position. Closing time based on is TBD based on property. TBD means to be determined based on property type. And then this is the situation. So I have this in here because it reflects a lot of the sellers and agents' concerns. Their biggest concern is, hey, how is my client going to, how are they legally going to be protected? So that's what this is right here. It explains exactly how they're legally protected. And it lets them know, hey, you are legally protected. We're going to make sure you are protected. This is me again, member of We Buy Properties, my company, acquisition manager for Grandin Taylor LLC, partner with Tyrone Taylor Properties, acquisition manager for Instant Hotels, and then member of Minnesota Real Estate Investors Association. And then, as you can see, about me, proof of funds, buyer approval document, credibility. So basically, I have a lot of credibility right here. One of the biggest things when you're working with agents, and they'll tell you, especially listing agents, they want to verify you. They want to make sure you are who you say you are. So for me, I put everything right in the forefront. You ain't got to look around. I just provide it to you. So I got the little business Facebook going on. We got the business LinkedIn, my YouTube channel. You gotta have a YouTube channel, gotta support. And this is pretty much, the process. And then from there, we're gonna hit resume so it can keep going. It'll be putting some out today. Okay, it didn't go. We need to. Okay, perfect. Okay, running. Perfect. So it's on this first stage. It'll be on the second stage today. So while that's running, I'm gonna check my other campaigns. I might create another video for that. I'm specifically looking for any emails that I might have missed last night. I got a little hectic underwriting different properties. This is one of my partners. He's a newbie. He's active. His attention just has to be a little bit more focused on what he needs to do. What is this? He sent me some don't know stuff. Not what this is. I think commercial. I'm gonna ask him what is this because I don't know what this is. Well, when you send a bunch of documents like this, it makes it very confusing to know exactly what this is. He didn't send an address, form document, which makes it very complicated to verify exactly what am I looking at. This could be any type of property. Texas. Yeah. See, I'm about to act like one of my season. I'm about to act like my mentor. Like my mentor, if it's a bunch you got to go through, he'd be like, "You need to explain it to me in a better way, because I'm not about to waste time doing it." Like literally, that's what he'd tell me. It's the funniest stuff ever. They quick to make up their mind. Oh, this land? No, is this land? This look like land. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. I know what this is for. He wants me to send this to Flip. He want me to send this to Flip. I'm gonna send it to him. I don't remember. Is this listed with an agent? I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna send him a text before I send it to Flip. The reason why I verify first because I treat my business relationships very secret. Not secret. I shouldn't say secret. I treat my business relationships very sacredly. Like I treat them with respect because that's what they ask for. A lot of them they ask for, hey, I respect the time, respect the energy, and they don't want you to be sending a lot of clutter. That's something he always tell me. He used to tell me all the time. Now I get it. But he be like, don't send me clutter. Send me things that I'm actually looking for. Can you verify is that land listed with an agent or a wholesaler? Then I'm gonna put yes, I got an appointment. In a little bit, so we'll be getting ready to do that. So we got that sent to him. I don't know because I kind of want to save it. Probably, but the is, I know. Flip. That's the thing. If you send him things that is not interesting to him, he think you're wasting his time. So I try not to send him things that I know he ain't gonna want. What is this to? Oh, okay. This the. Oh, this is a different property. This is a different property. I ain't never seen this property before. It's a different property. Stuff just falling out the sky. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell you, when you moving, bro, like I said, life is good for me because I've positioned myself in a way where stuff come to me now. I've been I'm thankful the process took this long. I really am, because it's like I don't have to work as hard. Life is very easy for me now. Life is like I'm walking on dandelions. Like what I always say is, for me, I can take 6 hours off and come back to work. You know, the average time frame I work, it varies. It really varies. There is where I have to pull a 10-hour shift or sometimes a 15-hour. Like we working nonstop because I got so many things I'm trying to do as far as what I'm doing, where time is limited. And then some days it's like you only 2 hours, maybe an hour of work, and that's it. Like today, I have some meetings. Today is going to be a midday for me. I know that because I got this property, I got to put those properties in my CRM. Um, I got campaigns coming too, so I don't have to specifically look for leads. Leads are coming to me. It's going to be an okay day. Maybe a good, I'm saying because theoretically I could put in 5 hours or 6 hours and stop. My thing is I really enjoy what I do, so I stretch it to the limit. Is for me, realistically, consistently, I'm always putting in 10 hours. Sometimes 5 of those hours may be actual work, and then another 5 may be education, or it may be meetings or downtime where I'm watching training, but at the same time scrolling through YouTube, or I'm taking notes. I'm studying the notes. Meetings. It just depends. My day is not random because it's planned out, but at the same time, it is a little random. Say it is a little random because I know I had an appointment today, but this is random. This, I didn't know I got sent this. So I'm going to be spending some time underwriting this property. I'm going to reach out to the agent. I don't even know how they found me. It says this. Did we have any previous conversation before this? Oh, we did. We did. Oh, okay. So this is him. This is him. This is him. This is him. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So I take it back. I take it back. This was somebody I spoke to yesterday. Is it saved? Let's save this. So okay, it is saved. So I have a tendency of saving things to make sure I find it. He sent me, these are all the reports, income sheets, basically the OM report in I don't want to say how can I say this? It's sent out. It's organized, but it's not together. It's organized, but it's not set up like an actual OM report. It's set up more like a website that has everything on it, which it can be good. Like I can sit here and download everything, but really, realistically, what I'm looking at, and I know I got to get ready for my time. Realistically, what I'm going to be looking at, and I'm gonna show you guys. So they got the purchase addendum, which is good. They have everything. This is wonderful. So what I'm gonna be looking at is monthly income, rents, rental, monthly expenses. That's important. Roof replacement. So they've replaced the roof, so that's good. We don't have to worry about that. And I'm guessing these are rent rolls. I say I'm guessing because in the commercial space they use different languages for different things. And when I see unit lease, to me that reminds me of rent rolls. That's what a rent roll is, but it's not structured like an actual rent roll is. Every rent roll to be different too, by the way. So this is another reason why I say that, just based off the verbiage. Um Is a title report. So they did their due diligence. They did their due diligence. This is something good. This is wonderful. They've definitely did their due diligence. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a dive into that. That might be another video just because it's gonna be lengthy going through everything, and this video is already lengthy. But we're definitely gonna take a look at that. I gotta get ready for this other appointment. So as you can see, it's 2.5 mil. Yeah, like these deals is easy to come by. Shout out to real estate. I'm always gonna praise real estate because to me, real estate was the thing. It opened my mind. It made me educate myself. It made me say, hold on, how much you make? 100K? How? That was my interest. When you get to speaking money, it's what do I need to do? So I have that level of interest when it comes into real estate. Then it get crazy because you can get equity splits, you can get all type of stuff. So it's you playing Monopoly in real life. That man. So yeah, this is a multifamily. I think it's classified as a multifamily apartment. I need to go back and look what they have it as. I believe it is a I believe it's a multifamily just based off the unit size, but that's just a few documents. We would actually have to look in there to see. Let's see if they got it right here. Because this may be a actual apartment instead of a multifamily. There's a difference too, by the way. No, it's a multifamily. It's a multifamily. They say hold on. Yeah, it's a multifamily. So they say multifamilies are easier to get into. Apartments are, depending on who you talk to, apartments are better because the cash flow is there. But you have to know what you're doing. For me, this is the thing about me. I always surround myself with pros. I surround myself with people that's better than me. The reason why I'm playing chess, not checkers. I don't care about somebody being better than me. Put me on game. You know what I mean? Teach me, coach. That's how I look at it. I'm not afraid to say, hey, I need help. I'm not that. Most people, they scared to ask for help. For me, shit, I need help. It's the funny thing because most people that know, like, I'm not afraid to, hey, teach me. I'm willing to learn. Just show me. And for me, that's my thing. That's always been my biggest thing. I'm hungry. I'm ready for action. I'm ready for different. So it's like, okay, what you want to do? Okay. Sorry about that. I was looking at my phone. We're going to email them back. I'm gonna say received. Received. I'm gonna get ready for this appointment. I have another appointment in a little bit. We're gonna close this out so everything can run smoothly. All right, guys. Have a nice day.